Hi, I'm Gwennetta.
And I'm Deonta B.
And we want to welcome you to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. So, D, we had an interesting weekend. You just started the Mike Ben show in the ATL. How was that?
I mean, it was good. It was actually awesome, but you know, I miss my best friend because, you know, I'm used to you being there, so it kind of wasn't the same. So I'm glad to be back with you now.
Oh, good.
And you left me, speaking of that, and went to Houston, and I was like, I wanted to go too.
I know, we had to separate, but yes, Houston was awesome. Oh my God. We talked about when God says go, and it was just really life-changing. I think the book is going to be awesome. But by the way, we have the writer of the book on the show today.
Oh, good.
So on today's show, we have Mrs. Velma Trayham. She is the founder of THINKZILLA PR and Consulting Group. She's also the author of When God Says Go, and she's a speaker. So who else we have, D?
Well, you know, in entertainment, you know, we got one of the hottest. I mean, we call him the King of the South because, you know, we remember Bankhead Bounce, Donkey Kong. We got Andrea Rogers, better known as Kilo Ali. So, I mean, I'm excited. All those hits from the South that we used to love back in the day.
Yes.
I want to dance thinking about it right now. So stay tuned. Keep it locked.
The world is a backdrop, and Modish Stills is one of its most up-and-coming photographers. He specializes in senior portraits, event photography, maternity and wedding shots, sports photography, and more. Modish Stills was voted 2017 Photographer of the Year. Whether you need a studio look or you prefer the outdoors, Modish Stills is your #1 source for image capturing in the Tri-City area. For more information, visit us at our website, modishstills.com, or call us at 706-536-6372.
The All-In campaign seeks to engage all community partners in creating positive learning environments for Georgia's children and youth. Working together and being all-in community leaders, stakeholders, and partners can help to move education to new heights in Georgia.
I'm attorney Teddy Reese, and I'm all in.
I'm all in.
I'm all in.
I'm all in for education. Hook.
For more information, visit www.gaeducationclimate.org.
This is Mark Jones.
I was injured in an accident on the job, and I've been waiting for weeks to hear from the insurance company. Medical bills are coming in, but the money isn't.
Can you meet me at my office in 30 minutes?
I sure can.
All right, I'm on the way.
Don't let these insurance companies trick you into a low settlement. Mark Jones has been fighting insurance companies for nearly 10 years.
If you've been injured or in a wreck, call Mark Jones and he'll get you that check.
It is my understanding that you do not have any life insurance, or maybe you need more. I'm Monica Owens, a licensed life insurance agent for Georgia. And I'm sad because no one told you that a life insurance policy is the safest investment for your money and a sure way to leave money behind for your family. Listen, I'm going to help you. And I've been helping people all my life. You can call me and it will be between you and me. Call me. I'm going to help you.
So, welcome back. Yes, we're back. So today's show, we're going to be talking about rebranding, reinventing yourself. What is it? What you got to do in order to rebrand yourself? And so our first guest just did that. She's the author of the newly released book called When God Says Go, that I actually have a feature story in. So, Velma, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much, Gwen's Business Corner, for having me. Gwennetta and Deonta, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for being here, girl. So we just jump right into it because, you know, we want to make sure our viewers get some of the great niggas that you're going to provide for them. So the book is titled When God Says Go. Now, we know what it means for God to say go, but for our viewers, when they hear the word When God Says Go, tell them what that means to you.
Absolutely. When God says go means embrace your go moment. But in order to know when God is telling you to go, you need to have a relationship with God, or oftentimes you don't hear when he's telling you to go, and you can actually miss that go moment. So when God says go is all about tuning into the voice of God and allowing God to navigate your path, and you actually stepping out of fear, stepping out of doubt, and stepping out of disbelief, and really jumping, really going into that path, that journey, that destiny that you in your mind think that you are unable to conquer. So just being able to hear the voice of God and go. Embrace your go moment.
Okay. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's actually, man, that's really powerful. Like, that hit me right here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But, I mean, so we want to, like, we know because, of course, you know, we've been with you for quite some time. But for our viewers, like, so many people have trouble figuring out who they are and identifying themselves. So when people say, who is Velma? Like, what do you say? How do you define yourself?
Velma is a spiritual woman. A lot of people get into Christianity and religion, but I'm a spiritual woman. I believe that God created me as a masterpiece. God has created me to be something and someone that is an ambassador for Christ. I am a woman of faith. I am a success story. I am humble. I am grateful, and I am just a woman on the battlefield for Christ. So I am Velma Trayham. I am a mother. I am engaged. I am happy. I am prosperous, and I am blessed.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see that girl.
Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we're going to go back to the book. So in the book, I know your story, of course, but in the book you talk about you actually moved from Houston, which is your hometown, and you had a go moment where God told you to pick up and leave your life, and you ended up in Atlanta, leaving everything behind because God told you to go. Now, I know I have a lot of friends. I've had so many go moments, and a lot of times when we go, you know, we get discouraged. Once we go and you get there, now it's like, did I make the right decision? So what advice do you give to people who might have been in a similar situation, who had a go moment? What would your advice be for them if they're feeling discouraged?
I will say that feeling the thoughts of discouragement and fear it's okay, because those are natural feelings that we get. But being able to conquer those feelings, and we can't do it alone. So being in prayer, being in meditation daily, and fasting to get the clarity that God wants for us. So I got very discouraged a lot of times, especially when I had that accident. And I found myself like, God, you send me here, and then I have a crash that could have ultimately ended my life. But what I did was I looked at the fact that in the Bible, every time there was a success story, there was a storm before that. So I thought about things that are happening, they're happening for a reason. And I realized that I needed to go through the storm. I needed to fail forward fast before I could actually reach the destiny that God had for me.
So Velma, speaking of the engagement, right? So congrats on that, like we just said. So I want to get into that because, you know, when you get engaged, you know, when you wed, people say you should be submissive. What are your feelings on that? Do you feel like that limits success, or what is your take on that?
I think that there is a level of submissiveness and also authority. So I am a woman that's in authority, but I'm under authority as well. And when God bring us a man, that man is the head of our household. So we should be able to be under his authority. And so I will say that I'm under authority, but I am a woman that's in authority, and I do allow the head of my house to lead. And so I know when to fall under submissiveness.
Good answer.
I guess that's a good answer. I have a problem with that sometimes.
But you're in authority, though. Under authority, too.
So let's get back to, okay, so with your business, THINKZILLA, you just went through a rebranding phase where you used to service artists and entertainers, and you also did churches as well, but you just rebranded and started just doing churches. So just give our viewers a couple of tips on a rebranding process, some things that you had to do and when they're getting ready to rebrand, some things they should think about.
Awesome. One of the things that, one of the tips I will give is that in order to attract the audience that you want, become the person that you want to attract. Number 2 is align yourself with the right organizations and influencers that will help you take your brand to the next level. Oftentimes your inner circle will not be the important components to you actually taking your brand to the next level, and be very serious about your brand. Don't give up. Even in the beginning when it doesn't feel like it's going well, there's no revenue that's generating. A brand is something of long term. Marketing, you know, you pretty much do something real quick, but when you are branding, sometimes it could take 6 months to a year before you even see revenue. But if you stop and if you give up, you'll never reach that. So just be persistent. Don't give up. Align your brand with the right type of content that will target the audience that you're trying to reach. You can't be everything to everybody. So know who your audience is, know who your niche is, know what's important to that audience so that you can tailor your brand to reach them. And also connect with people that can help you rebrand. Like, I know you are really a great branding expert. So if it's something that you don't specialize in, then connect with people who do and hire them for their services.
Okay, that was actually great. So we're about to wrap up. So we thank you again for coming. So
Thank you
tell
for
our
having me.
viewers how to find you.
I am on social media. I'm Velma_Trayham. My website is VelmaTrayham.com. That's VelmaTrayham.com.
So there you have it. I mean, wasn't that just awesome? So you know you got to stay tuned because it's just going to get even juicier and hotter. Next up, we got Kilo Ali, the legend of the South himself, and he's going to get into some juicy things in entertainment. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
You look at your posture. You're all wrong for one thing. Look at this. Oh, hold on. Hello, this is Mark Jones.
Hey, Mark. This is Uncle Bo, and I was in a car accident.
Can you meet me at my office in 30 minutes?
Are you there?
I'm on the way.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
I'm Mark Jones. Call me today for your free consultation about your case. And remember, if you've been injured or in a wreck, call Mark Jones and he'll get you that check.
Coming to a TV near you, catch Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B on WXTX 554.
Welcome to Whisperwood, your new resort style of living. Whisperwood is in the heart of action with access to everything you need. You will have a fantastic home set in a premier location, packaged with unbeatable amenities. For more information, visit Whisperwood, the edge of everything new.
So welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, you know, for those of you who don't know, me and Gwen have been friends since we were teenagers, and some of our bestie moments were back in the day when Kilo Ali was, a legend. So we all the hits, Donkey Kong, all the hits, baby. I mean, we used to dance, girl. Like, it brings us back. So welcome, Mr. Kilo Ali. And then we have Flamboyant joining us. So we didn't tell you that because we told y'all we got the juicy stuff. So y'all have to keep it tuned in with us. So we're going to get right into it. So, Kilo.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about, you've been in the game for a long time.
What are you talking about? I'm 19 years old. I don't know what she talking about.
Like, you some of the best of the best.
Right.
So, you came from back in the day, when people actually got out and sold CDs, but now, people put so much, and they always have, they put so much on money, cars, and clothes. They define success with how many houses you got, how many cars you got, how many dishes you have. So how do you, as Kilo, how do you define success for our viewers?
First of all, to answer the question, I believe that anything is to be saved by the youth. And actually, it was the same format. Nothing has changed in rap since those days, you know what I mean? Cars, money, clothes, and women what makes the trinkets of rap. So it's really nothing that's, man, they more or less, to give you a tour, it's really, we're just out of the bracket, you know what I mean? We're just out of that age bracket. But nothing has really changed. I think that the strength of fashion, good living, and proving to people that you want to have fun while you're here on Earth is a very therapeutic idea. So they're still being therapeutic. So that's how I feel.
So, Kilo, you've been in the industry for a while now. So what advice do you have for the people who's just starting out in the industry?
My advice would certainly be to solidify your music. Make sure that nowadays in the day and time of so many groups and artists being flooded out there, you really need to get your publishing and seek all the ways that you get paid out of your music. And solidifying that, putting it up and marketing it, just having your paperwork done is simple now, just online or whatnot. So make sure that you get your credits for everything you do, because who knows, 10 years from down the line, you may want to fight for that record. Somebody may want to do the record over, no matter how small it was, you know, and you get crazy royalties. I'm still being blessed off things I did when I was 15 years old. Yeah, so make sure your music is there, and dated, BMI, ASCAP, whoever you use, then no matter, the simplest things. I know the kids nowadays, they got the computer, so everybody has a studio in their grandmama's house or whatnot, and you'll have things in this person's computer, a little rap you did over there, that person, and before you know it, it's 20 computers with your stuff in it, and it's not filed. So then 5 years down the line, oh, that's one song I just heard on the radio. No way to prove that, so it'd be too late. So make sure that you go ahead and put the paperwork on anything you do.
Okay, good advice.
So we're gonna get into flamboyant in a minute.
Right.
So you know, I want to talk about revamping, because the show is about revamping and rebuilding. Something that I feel like you do every single time. Like if you take a little bit of time off, I feel like you always revamp, or a new album come out. I feel like it's always like a rebrand or a revamp.
Exactly.
So what would you say to somebody? What are some of the challenges that you face when you have to revamp? Because you have to constantly be revamping your
I'm 44 years old now. I started when I was like 15 years old. So being that you don't have the same gut feeling anymore, you know what I mean? After you had that, you was making millions of dollars at one point in time. Then you go back to the end of the line and try to make that again. It's just being out in public relations. You know, when you look at people's eyes, back in the day when I was a young kid, I could just tell lies. But they be on the truth, and the girl say, "Oh, is you rich? How many cars you got, baby? I got it all." You know what I mean? But you gotta get more sensitive to people's emotions about the magic of the financial size of some of the things, and what you can do and what you can't do for people. So I would say for me the hardest thing is building your courage to entertain even when you're speaking. You know what I mean? Even when you're just doing a one-on-one with a person that loves your music or love the thought of doing music, you just have to be ready to talk to them and tell them what you love about it and what you do have in your heart. That's one thing. But we revamped it. There's different ways to sell music now. That's one thing. And they say build a buzz or whatnot, even in record companies or whatnot. And what does that mean? So what does that mean for yourself? And especially when you already had that idea. See, when I was in the business in the 90s, all my people are gone. And all the 90s guys who were big chief heads of staff and chief heads of record company, they don't really exist anymore. You only have like management. Record companies are more management company. They can manage a big record and get it to people faster than you can. But now that you can do your own records and do that stuff like that, it's a different technique that you have to have.
So tell us about, what is the story behind the flamboyant? Because we're looking at the shirt. And tell me about the gear, like y'all got on what I call the Dickie suit from back in the day. Tell us what is flamboyant?
That's the jail suit, actually. That's a pretrial suits, and so that's like the county suits. And it's like a jumper, but it's a lot of that going on now because you want to, the people on that side, the guys who are rapping on the side of the jail want to be here, and the people that's over this side want to be in jail for some type. Rappers that want the freedom want to be in jail, want to do things that get them in jail.
Y'all know they got men rompers out, so I would think that's what that would be with this.
That's the first time I've heard.
You haven't heard about the men romper?
Yeah, no, that's not a romper.
And they say it looks like
that's a jumper. A romper is a short set thing that cooks, so that's a romper.
They say if it's a full suit, it's a romper.
It's a jumper.
They call it a jumper. They call it a romper. The men.
No, I'm gonna let her get away with that one.
I ain't never heard that.
Nah, we ain't never heard that one, but go ahead.
Well, wrapping it up, tell them what y'all have going on now, and then tell them how to find you.
The new project is Flamboyant. This is Mr. Flamboyant. What I've been doing is sparring with new artists or old artists of our statue, and the guys have been great to me, and I've been selling features. And one way I survive is off older concerts, classic concerts, and selling features and mentoring other groups that are out today. So Flamboyant, me and him was on the label mates for like Ichiban Records, who was like Amazon back in the day, but you had to have a real distribution deal and a stack of paper like that, but now it's different. So Flamboyant is a new song that we just did. You can go look at that up on WorldStar. Actually, we got like 2 million hits on WorldStar already. It's only been out for like about 5 days now. So we got like 2 million hits on it. We're working the record around. Flamboyant, it speaks about, speaking from an older man view, the record speaks about the dream and the vision of the concept. When it's nothing I can do to be a new rapper. It's nothing that I can do to convince young women that I'm new. You know what I mean? But it's something that I can do to say the dream is always going to be fresh and new. If we sang a new song called, the newest song that's going to ever forever is going to be the Hokey Pokey. Put your left foot in, take your left foot out. Well, we know that's an old song. But the dream we spoke about in the writing, we just spoke about what you close your eyes and you envision, and when you want to do music, when you want to be a rap artist. So I have done these things. Flam has done these things. We had contracts for years. And so we still want to do rap. We in our days, but ain't no older rappers or anybody out there who trying to come back and do rap gonna beat us, you know what I'm saying, at what we're doing. And we challenge any of your homies, that your grandchild or your older guys who had any type of rap thing, to try to beat us, you know what I mean? So that's what it's about.
And make sure you tell them how you can find you.
Oh, you can find me at The Real Kilo on IG. I play with that a lot, like I'm in 8th grade, but I play with that a lot. So you guys come down. I'm at Andrell Rogers on Facebook. You'll see the one with Optimus Prime on that idea. So that's where I'm at.
So, you know, we had some juicy stuff going on. We just hung out with, we had Velma Trayham giving you all the scoop on the business, and then we hung out with Kilo and Flamboyant. And, you know, we had some fun with them. They brought us back, and now we getting into the future. So y'all better stay tuned, because we got some more juicy stuff coming up, getting into the real business segment. So y'all stay tuned. Keep it locked.
The world is a backdrop, and Modish Stills is one of its most up-and-coming photographers. He specializes in senior portraits, event photography, maternity and wedding shots, sports photography, and more. Modish Stills was voted 2017 Photographer of the Year. Whether you need a studio look or you prefer the outdoors, Modish Stills is your #1 source for image capturing in the Tri-City area. For more information, visit us at our website, modishstills.com, or call us at 706-536-6372.
To overflow, beauty in barber salon, a place where you wanna go, where you can come and have fun. Come to overflow, where you can get your hair done. Come to overflow, come overflow.
This is Mark Jones.
I was injured in an accident on the job, and I've been waiting for weeks to hear from the insurance company. Medical bills are coming in, but the money isn't.
Can you meet me at my office in 30 minutes?
I sure can.
All right, I'm on the way.
Don't let these insurance companies trick you into a low settlement. Mark Jones has been fighting insurance companies for nearly 10 years.
If you've been injured or in a wreck, call Mark Jones and he'll get you that check.
Welcome back. So now we have some amazing guests on our show today. And so we just did a contest where we had some business owner enter where they can win a TV segment on our show. And so we're going to turn to Yolanda, the hair goddess of Sassy Secrets Hair Boutique, for her to tell us a little bit about her business and her products.
Hi, I'm Yolanda, the hair goddess, founder of Sassy Secret Hair Boutique. We're located at 3551 Macon Road, Suite 204 in the Magnolia Plaza. We have the best bundles in town. This hair lasts about 5 to 7 years. Really, to be honest with you, it'll last a lifetime if you keep up with it and you don't over-process it. The hair can be colored. As you see, it can be colored. We have 7 different textures to choose from. Loose wave, by the way, deep wave, straight. More wave. We have all the hair you need. We also have European extensions, as far as clip-ins, the rings. We have the ring hair, the fusion hair, the tape hair. So we also, at Sassy Secret Hair Boutique, we have military discount for 10%. We do layaway. We do delivery. You can basically get whatever you need at Sassy Secret Hair Boutique. I'm also a master cosmetologist. I specialize in sew-ins, blowouts, quick weaves. I promote healthy hair as a stylist. I also have a business partner, and her name is Shakita Ford, Press Queen on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram at Sassy Secret Hair Boutique. I'm on Facebook as Yolanda the Hair Goddess. My name is Yolonda. Press Queen on Facebook is my business partner. We have a website. It's www.sassysecrethair.boutique. You can order online. And if we don't have what you need, we can also order and have it back in 2 days for you. So, like I said, this hair doesn't shed, it doesn't mat, it doesn't tangle. This is the deep wave. And when it get wet, it stretches out. It's a lot longer. And this hair is so pretty. So, this is the loose wave hair. And this hair right here, you can get 3 different textures out of it. You can get straight hair, you can flat iron it straight. When you first put it in, it's kind of like a roller set. And then when you wet it, it's kind of like a wet and wave look. And this is the more loose wave, I think it is. So, this hair right here, you can't straighten it, but you can wet it and it'll curl up like the wet wave as well. But the loose wave hair is our best seller. And stop by Sassy Secret Hair Boutique and get you some good bundles, girl.
Well, we're back. We're about to wrap it up, but we had some awesome guests today. We had Miss Velma Trayham talking about rebranding and When God Says Go. Make sure that you grab her new release, which is When God Says Go, at velmatrayham.com and also on Amazon. And I also have a feature store, so you can learn about my go moment as well. You also can follow me at Gwennetta Wright on all social media outlets. And also, go to my website at www.gwennettawright.com. So, do you tell us how to find you?
Yes, Gwen, and I can't wait to read that book because I know you got some good stuff in there, girl. You always have all the good stuff. So, but yeah, so we had a great show. I mean, it was fun. We had so much fun. I'm still dancing in my mind. I'm just like, this my pinky, this my thumb, bacon, bounce, Donkey Kong. So, you know, you can find me at The Real Deonta B. Instagram, Facebook, everything. The Real Deonta B, that's me. And stay tuned so you can see us next time. You know we'll be back. Same time, same place. It's Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B.